Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Dittlinger and I am a neurodivergent woman. I have autism, ADHD, aphantasia, and a rare memory disorder called SDAM. I talk about all of these on my channel at various points in time. Right now I am doing a lot more videos on autism just because I'm newly diagnosed, and that is just where my brain is currently. But if you have any questions about my rare memory disorder or aphantasia, which is the inability to visualize in your mind's eye, if you comment down below, then a lot of times that will spark oh, I'll do a video on that. So I wanted to film this video as just a quick follow up to my last one. So if you haven't seen this one, right here. Last Thursday is when I filmed this one and I posted it Friday morning. I was feeling really dysregulated, and the word that came to mind was almost like claustrophobic in my own body. So everything was off. My clothes felt too tight and itchy and scratchy. My hearing was so sensitive. Light was too bright. Like, I had to have my hair up in a bun because I just didn't want it touching my neck. Like, my senses were just firing. But then I woke up on Friday morning and it was like a whole new me. All of a sudden I was just full of energy and like my senses were more regulated. Like, I could just put on whatever clothes, my hair was down, and today's Saturday, same thing. I feel just such a completely different person than I did on Thursday. And one of the things that I'm interested in is to try to figure out if I can see what may have caused me to feel so dysregulated on Thursday. I don't know if I'll ever find this out. I don't know if any autistic person kind of ever finds out what. Sometimes, you probably can tell. Like when, if you go to like a concert or something and it's really loud and it's just overstimulating, then the next day you might feel deregulated. Or even, sometimes when I go to a really crowded grocery store, just regular everyday things, some days that takes out so much of me that I am just like sensory overload the rest of the day and sometimes into the next day, depending on, my experience. But nothing really unusual happened on Wednesday. I don't know. Thursday was just not a good day. But Friday and today, I've been so cheerful, so excited. And I'm not like trying to glorify being cheerful, but I'm just trying to find a way to say this correctly, because I wouldn't choose how I was feeling on Thursday. Like, that wasn't ideal. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good inside. I didn't feel good, like, projecting myself to the world outside. And that's okay. I'm not saying you have to be a cheerful person all the time. Finding ways to minimize those sensory overload days would be really ideal. So I am still, new on my autistic journey. So I'm still learning. I'm hoping that the more I pay attention and the more that I bring awareness to my dysregulation days, the more I can accommodate myself and find ways to not have as many days like that. Because, like I said, it wasn't ideal. Like, I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't like, I love that my sweater makes me feel like I want to peel my skin off. No, not fun. Not fun at all. So, I mean, that is part of the autistic experience, but I don't think it has to be a common experience if we can figure out what the triggers are. So, for instance, I know, like, if I have to go to a really loud place, like, I don't like crowds. And if there's lots of people and movement and loud noises, then I'm going to have sensory overload, and that might go into that day, it might go into the next day. Now, sometimes I'm going to choose that. Like, I like going to the farmer's market, even though it's, a little bit chaotic. The parking is crazy. There's vendors and there's people and there's kids and dogs and it's chaos, but I love the farmer's market. So I would choose to go there, but I can maybe find ways to accommodate that experience. And like, okay, that's the only thing I'm going to do that day that is like a high sensory experience. Maybe I wear my earplugs, maybe I pick a time of the day if I can, to go to that place where it'd be a little bit less crowded. Maybe towards the end when they're actually almost closing up shop, there's gonna be less people there. I don't get the same full experience, but I get to have more enjoyment out of the experience that I'm there. And here I am talking about farmers markets when it's winter and they're long been packed up, but just pulled that idea out of thin air. Anyway, most of the time I avoid any place with lots of people and crowds. Grocery stores is something that I do on a weekly basis, and that's more crowded than I prefer, but it's just something that I gotta do. I do grocery pickup occasionally, but that doesn't really work well for my ADHD brain because I have a hard time putting everything that I need on the list. I have to walk up and down the aisles and see the things to know that, oh yeah, I need to buy the thing. So grocery pickup, I'm sure it's available at most places now, but you basically like make your grocery list online and then a shopper shops for you, and then you just have to drive up and pay for your groceries and then you load them up in your car. It's an amazing accommodation for a lot of people and I will use it, but because of my ADHD brain, it's not a perfect accommodation for me. But my autistic brain doesn't like the crowds of a grocery store, so I just do my best. Anyway, I'm on a tangent, but I just wanted to do this follow-up video because I wanted to show that, I turned on the camera on Thursday because I wanted to show like, hey, not every day after diagnosis is great. Like, I'm very thankful I got a autistic diagnosis. I really think it has helped me understand myself, and it is going to help me understand myself even more in the future. But some days are hard, but I also want to show you the flip side and show that some days are just like bursting with joy and energy. Like, I wish I could just I'm just so happy today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Make sure you leave comments down below. I really love talking with y'all and seeing where you are on your neurodivergent journey, or if you are not neurodivergent and you're here watching to learn more about the neurodivergent person or somebody in your family, let me know that too. Until the next video, guys. Bye.